day for us. Set yourself on fire. My name is Alessandra. I'm a mom, a lawyer, and a member of the European Parliament. However, the words I have just read were addressed to me not because of my background, but simply because I'm a woman. These are comments that I have been receiving for a long time on my social profiles, and that rarely concern criticism of my political work. Since I was a girl, I have been involved in politics, first at local and national level, now at European level. In many years, I often received comments that didn't concern how I administrated a city, how I wrote a draft legislation, or how I intervened in a parliamentary committee. These attacks are poor. It is hard to respond because they don't present arguments to be argued against. They are simply words of hatred aimed at targeting a person or even a minority with the sole purpose of inhibiting them from expressing their ideas. According to the European Women Lobby, 9 million girls in Europe have experienced cyber violence. It is impressive to think that the probability for a woman to be harassed online is 27 times more than a man. It was believed that a free and open digital space means creating a democratic environment where female empowerment could find its strength. Sadly, however, women and girls have discovered on their skin the frightening uses of new technologies, online harassment, sexist hate speech, online stalking practices, bullying, threats, or sharing without permission of photographic material. Just as in offline life, women in the web world are targeted according to patriarchal stereotypes. The reaction to a complex phenomenon such as the one we are talking about requires a strategy that addresses the issue from different points of view, combining different objectives and modes of intervention. It is necessary to start from the collection and analysis of data in order to have the elements of analysis necessary for the development and effective responses that involve, and in a transversal way, several fields of intervention. Online threats to women and their rights are a serious matter and deserve as much attention as other forms of violence. On the basis of a common definition and data collection, we can combine legal instruments to be applied in online hate speech context. We need a precise legislation against online violence against women, which provide for criminal sanction in line with international human rights standards. These instruments cannot be separated from cooperation with social platforms. They have a major commitment to improve the mechanism for reporting and removing sensitive content. It is a cultural issue. All over in the world, there are stereotypes that don't allow women to break the glass ceiling that keeps them constrained. We need to start from school to teach our children that men and women have the same rights and the same possibilities, and that those rights must be respected at any time and everywhere, and even on Facebook. We must eradicate discriminatory language and eradicate the concepts of discrimination that still reside in minds. People who suffer attacks online shouldn't feel ashamed or helpless. doesn't